Here we have an Optimus Professional Series stav-3580. There is a Pioneer model that is equivalent to this, the same exact buttons, same exact layout. If you go ahead and open this up, the parts inside all say Pioneer. Pioneer manufactured these for Optimus for Radio Shack. If you look, this one here is a 440 watt unit, 110 watts times 4 Dolby surround sound. And it does have, it is 5.1 channel. I guess it doesn't put out the same amount of power because it uses a power subwoofer, and the center channel doesn't have 110 watts per channel. But all the other channels are all 110 watts per channel. As you can see, this unit is actually hooked up and working right now. We have the owner's manual, we have the remote. You can even link this with, like, it looks like headphone jacks to Pioneer components to make the remote work with Pioneer components, or with regular Optimus components. Right here we have our tune knob. And you can actually hit another button and it'll make it joggle through the memories instead. See, it's now trying to go through the memories, we don't have any of them set. I hit the button again and it'll let me do tuning manually.
You'll be work.
Let me go back to the channel I had it on, which was 99.3. If you look at this, the volume knob is hardly turned up. It's only turned up a little bit. If you crank this, it's going to sound distorted, probably on your end, but on my end it does not sound it will not sound distorted. Like half. It's enough power to make the whole house shake. The speakers were really moving. I'm not sure if you can see that well. The speakers do not come with the amplifier. They will be listed in another listing. They're a set of JBL Radiant Series Model 702VX. Those will be listed in another listing. We also have the remote here, which works. If I hit the master volume button, you can actually watch the volume knob down there move. And then we should have the super bass button on the remote. See, it turns off the light for super bass. Or you can turn it back on, or you can just use it right off the front of the unit. All the buttons on the remote and the stereo work perfectly. It has A and B speaker outputs, which is nice because your signal does not get reduced like a lot of stereos. If you try to use A and B speakers, your power rating goes way down in the second set of speakers, like as soon as you take them on, you hear the volume level drop. This one, since it's 110 watts times 4, you do not lose any power at all going to all both sets of speakers. This thing really jams. A lot of stereos anymore, if you try to hook up that second set of speakers to the set B set, it pulls half the power from the A set and makes them sound horrible. Let me turn. If you look, there is no vents on the top of the unit. But if we go here to the side of the unit, you will see a vent. It actually has a fan inside this unit. Let me turn it around. You can see that spot here in the back. There's a fan here that blows air from the side out through here, which means you can set other components on top of this. You don't have to worry about it blocking the airflow. You can see we have the A and B speaker hookups, and for like, which is 110 watts per channel, and then we have the surround channels hookups right over here, which is surround, rears, and center, subwoofer pre-out, and there's even a center channel pre-out if you have a powered center channel. Here we have the remote links that you hook up to your. There's a line in and a line out for the remote control. And then if you look, we have video inputs and outputs, because this is an audio video receiver. You just hook it up with the RCA cables, and you can actually hit the button to remote of your stereo, and it'll actually switch it to your television if you have it hooked up that way. This was manufactured in Japan. Actually, no, wait, it doesn't say Japan. Give me one moment.
So for the next few months, we're putting 20% more product in specially marked Frito-Lay bags and
custom manufactured in Malaysia for Radio Shack.
Maybe it'll help put an extra smile on a face or two. And that's our area.
You can see the serial number up there on the sticker. It was manufactured June 1996, but it actually came out in the 1997 catalog for Radio Shack as being a new item. This is a very nice unit. It even has a powered outlet on the back of it.
This is Mark. Hi, Mark. I was thinking of.
If you look, the top of it isn't all scratched up and all marked up.
Baby, it's
in very nice shape.
Sorry, ma'am. I gotta go.
And if I go to the other side, you can see the other side's in nice shape too. But of course, my light here isn't that great. I've tested out all the inputs.
Hello, this is Mark.
You are the man.
Using.
I'm a total chick magnet.
I had a Pioneer CD player hooked up to it.
You're the best.
And I had a Techniques cassette deck hooked up to it, and I checked all the inputs. The only input I did not check was the phono. I do not currently have a record player here to check it. I did hook up the tape deck to it, and I could actually hear the inputs actually did work.
I had lots of options when choosing a career.
But I actually did not try it out with an actual record player.
I could have been a doctor. Put a Band-Aid on it, just in case. That's not me.
This is one unit you will not be sorry with, and it even has the owner's manual and the remote.
But then Safe Auto came along. Hassle-free state minimum coverage. Just in
open it up, you can see the serial numbers already wrote in your manual for you. You don't have to worry about doing that. Let me go back to the specifications page. Probably on the back of this. It had a 2-year warranty on it from Radio Shack from date of purchase. That tells you right away it wasn't a cheap unit, because most stereos only had a 1-year warranty on them. Okay, front channel surround power output 110 watts per channel. Center channel surround sound power output 110 watts. Continuous rear power surround power output 110 watts per channel. Dynamic power output 2 ohm, 4 ohm, 8 ohm. It puts out 300 watts if you have it hooked up to 2 ohm load, 250 watts if you have it hooked up to a 4 ohm load, or it puts out 150 watts per channel if you have it hooked up to an 8 ohm load. This is one powerful receiver. This is one of the high-end models. I'd like to thank you for looking, and happy bidding. Let me turn it up one last time so we can hear the music. Right now it's probably hard to hear me, and I don't have it hardly turned up.